Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, if you're a new viewer, welcome in. I am on the road to 100 subscribers, so if you like my vibe, please subscribe and like and comment, alright? Don't forget to do that, okay? And tell me what you think about the video and if it's resonating for you. Today we're just going to be doing a collective reading, and this is for a past person. I'm already getting some cards here. All right, I'm just going to start pulling. Okay, looks like we got karmic love, miracles, apology, shattered, casual sex. Okay, I'm getting the vibe clearly. All right, I think this might have been someone who there could have been a toxic connection with previously. And I get that y'all are in separation currently, and that I think that you feel like there's no longer any hope in this connection. But I think this person is planning to like surprise you in some way. And I think that's what this is talking about. Like maybe this person had an issue with like accountability or something, and I kind of get the vibe that they might be willing to try to come forward and maybe apologize. And I get that that might be what is this like sudden change that they want to shock you with. That's the vibe I'm getting, right? But I get it's because they're also like scared that you might friend zone them, okay? But let's see, what did they do, Holy Spirit? What was this person doing that made them and the collective, separate? What were they doing, please, Holy Spirit? Okay, I did get control, right? So this might have been somebody who probably wanted to be in control of like maybe the pace of the relationship, because they might have been afraid to like be in love, because the feeling of love makes them feel vulnerable. And I think they associate vulnerability with what's the word? I think they associate vulnerability with like losing themselves or something like that, or just being vulnerable in a way that can be exploited. It's like that distorted view of vulnerability. You know what I mean? Because if you think about like when you go to war or something like that, when you hear the word vulnerable and you're like a warrior, you're like, wait a minute, why would I want to be vulnerable? It's like back in the olden days when they would wear armor, and without their armor they'd be vulnerable in war. You know what I mean? It's like, and I almost feel like that's where that saying comes from, all's fair in love and war. Because it's like there's some people like this, they are always considering love a battleground. Okay, so that's why they were clinging to control. Because yeah, and I got opening up. See, I felt like they were clinging to control because they didn't want to open up. Yeah, and then sex came out and they wanted, see, sex was the only way they knew how to show intimacy. They didn't want to open up and become vulnerable. Yeah, and I feel like that's why. Yeah. This is why they wanted to control everything. And that's why they were a karmic. Okay? And then I also feel like that's why they think you're probably wanting to do, you might do the casual sex friend zoning them thing. Because that's low-key how they started out with you. Ooh, I dropped the card. My bad, y'all. Yeah, that's what this is. They think you finna pull a them on them. And if you did, you would be well within your rights still. Okay, collective. That's what I'm saying here. Okay. And what else do we need to know about this person, Holy Spirit? What else do we need to know, Holy Spirit? Oh, yeah. See, this... All right. Yeah. See, I got fights and I got commitment. To me, this person, that's what I'm saying. That's a part of this other stuff and this karmic stuff, right? They think if the relationship is not toxic, that it's not a real relationship. Like, they associate, like, drama and disagreement with connection. And it's giving childhood wounds. It's giving unhealed. It's giving they need to go sit on a couch with a licensed medical professional. If you ask me. All right. Yeah, and it's almost like this person, they probably like they might have had okay, I feel like y'all would have argued about something, right? And then you probably might have felt like are they smiling or are they really upset? You know what I mean? Like, that's the vibe that I get from this energy right here too. Like, they might have been like, maybe you came to them and you expressed something about how you were feeling, collective, and this person, I get the vibe that they suddenly might have just flipped it on you about how they were upset with you about something, but then it would just be mental gymnastics because you would be like, huh? What? If you were upset about that, like, why didn't you say anything? Or, like, you know, that doesn't even make any sense for you to be upset about that because that never happened. But it was almost like a game to them. You know, that's also the other vibe I'm getting from this here. It was a game. Yeah, this is why they're a karmic, okay? Because they need stimulation. Yeah, and then I had got escapism, right? They need the stimulation because, see, they want to escape from their own internal chaos, okay? That's what that is. And pretty much why they start the argument with you is they want to make the chaos externally so they don't got to deal with the chaos internally. You feel me? You know what I mean? Because that's how they associate love. It's like it, and it's like a distraction. They want to distract from their own emotional world. Yeah, crazy. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I got some tarot. Please, Holy Spirit, what else do we need to know? Okay, let's see. We got 5 of Pentacles reversed. The Lovers reversed. And then we've got Page of Swords upright. Okay, now let's see what this is talking about. Yeah. See, I kind of get the vibe here that, yeah, this person, it's almost like they feel like the way that they can, like, create safety in their own world is by, you know, doing all this stuff. Like, I kind of get the vibe that they kind of distance themselves a little bit, but it's because, see, they have some unhealed patterns, right? But it's like they also have a codependency as well. But it's like I get them oscillating, right? And I think that's what they're trying to escape, right? And I think that's why they're a karmic, right? Because right here, I get they are oscillating between wanting the connection and feeling like the connection is toxic. You know what I mean? It's like, I almost get the vibe they probably would make up stuff about how y'all weren't compatible. Like what I was just saying about how maybe you would come to them with an issue or something, but they would try to flip it. You know what I mean? Because we was talking about these two cards. Like, they would try to flip it into something to make it an argument about how, you know, actually you're the one who's been doing the problem the whole time. You know what I'm saying, collective? And I also kind of get the vibe that they did that too, saying that, oh, me and the collective aren't compatible because of some stuff they just made up in their head. You know what I mean? Like, you know, maybe they would say, oh, the collective is always starting arguments with me or something. But it's like, wait, what? You know, like, you know, as the collective, like, wait, the collective don't really start arguments with you. Like, you start the arguments with the collective. It's like, that's what I get here. But I get that that's how they keep themselves, like, emotionally safe. Because that's what I say. I feel like this is bouncing off of that escapism energy. That's how they keep themselves emotionally safe. Yeah. And this is all stemming from this karmic love, because that's what they are. Yeah. And then all of this energy here goes together. Yeah, for sure. Right. Yeah, but then I also get the vibe here, right? See, there's something else going here. So what is this about, Holy Spirit? Okay. Oh, yeah. So then we got Queen of Cups, okay? Upright. And I feel like this here is saying that something has happened, right? That made this person, they had some sort of like epiphany or awakening that made them want to just like be almost more emotionally available, like emotionally open, right? And more in tune with their emotions, right? And I think that's what leads over here to this, where they ended up wanting to like come forward, even though that they feel like you have you know, lost hope in the connection. They still want to surprise you with some sort of an apology. And I think this is speaking to that, because they've done some sort of reflection, right? They've done some sort of reflection and growth. Maybe we can see if the Holy Spirit will give us some information on what that reflection and growth is. Okay, Holy Spirit. What is the reflection and growth that has occurred? Oh, okay. We got Knight of Wands in reverse. I think this person done went through an ego death. Yeah. Yeah. I think this is exactly what it is. This person done went through some sort of an ego death, and they pretty much are now realizing. Let me tell you, I got freaking 8 of Swords in reverse, right? Okay. And then I got freaking 9 of Wands in reverse. You cannot make this up. This person, yeah. See? Because that's what this was. This Knight of Wands. This was their arrogance, all right? Their ego. Their resistance to change, all right? And this is them liberating themselves, leaving behind their stubborn behaviors and patterns. Yeah. That's exactly why they're looking to come forward and surprise you with an apology. Because this is the epiphany they had that led them to feeling more loving. They had to leave that ego and stubbornness behind. They done went through an ego death. And let me tell you how that's exactly what I have here with Shattered. Yes. That's exactly what that is. Yeah, see, all of these energies right here go together. Yeah. This done broke them down, okay? This done broke them down. Yeah, then like I said, these go together too. All right. And then let's get some more information on this. Holy Spirit, you are too quick, okay? Because, yeah, I do get the vibe that this person, they're concerned that when they come back, you might friend zone them, right? But I also kind of get the vibe that, let me get one more card, Holy Spirit. I get the vibe that they almost think like they might have tried to move on with other people and it was unfulfilling. Like, that's kind of the energy that I'm getting for real, too. Yeah, see, I got freaking 3 of Wands in reverse, right? And then I got Page of Cups in, is this reverse? I think so. And then the Magician in reverse, okay? And I was trying to clarify this casual sex card. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think this is actually so talking about this person. Yeah, this person, I think they're unhappy with the choice that they might have made, because I kind of get the vibe they might have pushed you away. This is the energy I'm getting. They probably pushed you away, and they were trying to make distance because they preferred something a little bit more casual, right? And then I also kind of get the vibe that, you know, they know this was a mistake. They know this was a mistake, and they feel like they wasted their time, like they were his own bull, because they really was. And this is what this is saying here. And I think, yeah, because I feel like they went to other people. They thought these other people were going to feel them, but see, it was because they was afraid of being rejected by you. That's exactly what that is. Yeah. Wow. And then that's what I still get. I still get in the future, even though they want to do this apology and all this stuff, right? Because they've had this epiphany, right? After they was being a freaking karmic over there, they're scared that you might reject them and reduce them to the casual sex that they were seeking. It's almost like they feel like that same level of intimacy they had with you might not be available to them anymore. And if they, oh my gosh, let me tell you, depth came out and conflicted came out. You can't make this stuff up, okay? That's what I'm saying. Like, this individual collective, this person, they feel like they're not going to be able to access that same level of intimacy that they had with you previously if they come back. And that's why they fear rejection, okay? Yeah, because see, they was chasing this casual sex. They were disappointed by this casual sex. And they feel like it's possible that even when they try to come back to you, that's all you're going to offer to them. Because they know they messed things up. They know they burned the bridge with you, okay? Yeah, let me tell you, you can't make this up. Second Chance came out, and then Trapped came out. Literally, this person is literally like, they feel so conflicted. They're like, they don't know what to do. They don't know that you're going to give them another opportunity. They feel like, see, and I think this also goes back to the control that came out earlier. You know, they feel like they're losing control again, even with this situation, because they don't know if you're going to give them the option to even come back and have another chance with them. Okay, and let's see. What are their current emotions towards the collective, please, Holy Spirit? What are their current emotions towards the collective, please, Holy Spirit? I just would like 2 cards, please. Oh. Well. Okay, let me get 1 more card, please. Okay. There we go. Alright, we're going to do 1 more, please, Holy Spirit. Okay, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, so we got here, we got lighthearted and we got pensive, okay? And like I say, I think this is about this person. I think they have memories of you. Yeah, I always say that. And I think this is about those memories that they're having of you. And I feel like they're thinking about, you know, things that happen in the connection. And I think that is what's even making them want to try to come forward and do all this apology and stuff. Because I think they have, you know, tapped into some of their emotional world. And they're starting to reanalyze the connection that they had with you in a different way, right? And I think they're, you know, realizing the good things that, Oh my gosh, you cannot make this up. This card right here just pops. Compassionate. That's what I'm saying. And remember, we had the freaking Queen of Cups here. And at the top, compassion. Let me tell you. That's what I'm saying. This person, they have really tapped into their emotional world. And I don't think initially they were there. I don't think they were there. That's why they were doing all that escapist stuff and all that trying to maintain control and safety and causing fights and, you know, trying to keep, you know, sex as their only way to emotionally connect. I think this is why this person is coming forward, because they're starting to realize that you really were not the problem. Because remember, we was talking about how they were saying, you know, trying to flip it like you were the one causing the fights and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it was your fault that y'all was fighting, but it wasn't. That's what I'm saying. They have really seen the connection for what it really is, and this has started to make them get in tune with their emotions, okay? But then with this pensive, like I said, I feel like this is exactly because I almost feel like they understand that it's because they went after these casual sex, superficial connections, right? That they almost feel like it's their karma, that if they come back to you, you might put them in that same casual type of connection that they sought out. Because that's what this is giving me here, okay? Because this person is afraid of being rejected. In this, they're afraid you're not going to give them another opportunity, collective. And that's what I'm saying. Is here, it's clear as day. Oh my goodness. Okay, and let's see. What's the outcome, please, Holy Spirit? What's the energy around the outcome for this situation, please? Holy Spirit, what's the outcome of this situation? What's the outcome of this situation, Holy Spirit? What's the outcome of this situation, please? One more card. Okay. Well, you gave me two more cards. You can't make this stuff up. I got withdrawn, twin flame, conflict, and time. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you how, yeah, this person, I feel like they're going to be overcome by this pensive fear of rejection. But like I said, they have had some sort of awakening and some sort of epiphany, and they are tapping into themselves emotionally now because of the connection that they had with you. And I get here, they know you deserve a sincere apology. They know you deserve a sincere apology. But I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think they're going to do it. Because at the end of the day, this person is a karmic, right? And I mean, they could still be a twin flame, right? But sometimes it doesn't always have to be like your actual twin flame. And if they are your actual twin flame, you know, sometimes your twin flame hurts you like a karmic. Because at the end of the day, unfortunately, a lot of karmics mirror the unhealed twin flame, and a lot of unhealed twin flames mirror the karmic. I'm just saying. So the vibe I'm getting here is whatever role this person is in your life, collective, y'all have some sort of soul contract. That's what I'm getting from these two cards. There's some sort of contract that y'all were meant to play out here. But I don't get that this person is going to come forward because they're conflicted. They're conflicted, all right? And they're going to stay withdrawn because if they do come forward, like I said, it'll be a very long time. But I also get they're just too stuck in the cycle internally of should I or should I not? Will the collective take me back or will they not? You know, because remember, we had all this. They're afraid that it won't be as intimate as it was before. They're afraid they don't have access to a second chance and the same level of depth and intimacy that y'all had before. I'm just saying. That's what I get here. And yeah, thanks for watching. If this resonates, like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my posts. And thanks for watching.